Hey everybody, I have a wonderful and special guest, Kat, whose channel name is Katrific, and I will link in the description, but she is here to talk with us about ways to know if you're in a toxic relationship. So stay tuned. So like I said, we're gonna talk about ways to know that you're in a toxic relationship. And the first is,
when you're more unhappy than you are happy.
and this makes me think because I love Sex and the City. I don't know if you
I actually haven't seen it.
There is a part of an episode where Samantha is telling Carrie's in a bad relationship with Berger, if anybody watched it, and she's like, I think the test of a relationship is how much time are you like this? And how much time are you like this? And Carrie's like, that's not the test. But in essence, I think it really is.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, I kind of want to just be like this. Like, I kind of want to be like chill. I don't want to be like have to be super happy, or like if I'm super unhappy, that would suck too. But I kind of just want to be like mellow, like in the middle, like consistently good.
Yeah, and I agree, because consistency is really important for me. I think straight emoji
straight face.
Yeah, just or like the little smirk.
Just like a little smirk on the side, like I'm chill, but I'm flirty and happy.
Exactly.
We'll say, yeah, but when we first started dating, it was so good, or like sometimes it's really, really good, and I'm like, yeah, but when it's bad, it's really bad, and it's bad a lot. So like, why are you still dating them?
Yeah, and I think taking note of that, how often, are you down? Because those really, really high times you shouldn't be weighting those stronger if the majority of the time you're like, whoa.
Exactly.
Now the second is, and this one's actually my personal favorite.
Your favorite. That's my favorite sign of a toxic relationship.
But it's one that I can relate to, I guess, because I've had a friend do this. It's when none of your friends like them.
Oh yeah, that is very relatable. I definitely this year had like 2 friends that were in relationships and no one liked their significant other, but no one wanted to tell them.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you do in a situation? Like, as the friend, do you say something or do you not? And if it's something, if I feel like the relationship's gonna last and they're like headed towards a marriage or something, I will absolutely say something. Because I'm just like, I can't sit back and watch this. But if I feel like it's just gonna fall apart on its own because it's not a good relationship, I'm like, I'm just gonna like avoid hanging out with you guys. So it's pretty clear I don't like them, but like I'm not having to say anything.
And that's a tricky thing, because as a friend, you don't want to lose a friend by saying, I think your girlfriend, boyfriend, and whoever is an asshole, or I don't like them.
And you like don't, because they're in love, they're gonna pick them over you in the moment, and then be like, oh, we shouldn't have done that. Like, when they break up, they'll come crawling back.
Totally, it's true. And then they're your friend again, but it sucks in the time. So like, I like that you like weigh and measure that, because that's something I've learned as an adult. Like, if I think it's just gonna fizzle out, I'll let it go. But if I
they're making a huge life mistake.
Yeah, like I had a friend that was gonna move to Hawaii with this guy.
I'm actually going to Hawaii next week. So.
Yeah, I know, perfect deal.
Are they still there?
But she didn't go.
Okay.
I was like, it's terrible. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Because it was a big life decision, and I'm like, that's not good. So I had to speak up. So if your trusted people, the people you keep in your corner, don't like the person you're with, there's probably a good reason. Maybe you should talk to them about it.
The third sign you're in a toxic relationship is you are the worst version of yourself. And I feel like we all have been around people in our life, whether it was a friend, a family member, or a relationship, that they just bring this ugly side out of you. And it's just not the best. Like,
it's horrible. And I think it's bad too, because it's like you're so entrenched with them, or at least that was my experience. Now I'm making it personal, because I had a relationship in high school that was so intense that I couldn't see out of it, but I didn't like who I had become. Like, once we'd had like our first round of breakups, because there were multiple, which is
as we do.
Wonderful. I'd noticed I didn't like myself anymore. And my best friend actually told me, speaking of like the last one, she was like, I don't really like being around you. You're not the Katie that I knew. And I was like, oh my God.
You're like, I've completely changed. Because it's just usually that is like a true sign of something toxic. It's like poisoning. It's like changing who you are. It's ruining something that's good. Whereas like the opposite, if someone you're in a good relationship, they're going to bring out the best sides of you and challenge you to be a better person and push you to be hold you accountable. Whereas the other situations just kind of it's not good. And it's hard to sometimes to look in the mirror and be like, is this person making me worse or better?
Yeah.
And then to be honest with yourself and be like, ugh.
I know sometimes it's hard to be honest with yourself, but like someone that you're with who you love and you want to spend time with, even a friendship relationship, should be someone who challenges you to be better.
And I think that just because you're going through a season where someone's making you the worst version of yourself doesn't mean you have to break up. Like you could just acknowledge it and be like, we're being like horrible people right now, and like we need to like get our act together if we want to stay together, and like start changing the ways we treat each other, the way we interact or whatever, and like work on it.
And I also want to throw in that it's not any one person's fault. Like oftentimes it's just the combination of the two, you know? Like I'm not going to say the guy that I was in a relationship with all those years ago, like
it's all his fault that he brought the worst sides out of you.
It was us together was not good.
Yeah,
it was real
bad recipe.
It was real bad. And final sign to know that you're in a toxic relationship is abuse. And I think this is an important thing, and obviously we could talk a lot about it. I have a video about emotional abuse, you can click here, and also physical abuse, and you can click there. I'll put the links in the description. But for today's video, we're just gonna talk about them briefly, and I think the first for me is like physical abuse. If they're hitting you in any way, I don't care if they were drunk, I don't care if they were high, I don't care if it had been a really big fight. No one should you shouldn't have physical altercations be part of your relationship, period. And so if that's happening, I think it's a good sign that you need to end the relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. And then like in contrast to that, also emotional abuse is something that's like, people don't realize that it's like just as effective or painful as physical abuse, but like emotional abuse, that trauma can stay with you for like the rest of your life and give you complexes that are like so hard to get rid of. And so it's just as important, like if you recognize or people are telling you that you're in an emotionally abusive situation, like you need to get out.
And this can be done so cattily. That's the like bad part of it for me, and a lot of people wind up in these relationships and don't notice. It can be like overstepping your boundaries all the time, like sharing your personal information, not respecting when you say no, you don't want to have sex, but you're like, well, maybe it's not right because, you know, we are in a relationship. Also controlling money or controlling what you do, where you go. Like we've all had those friends that are in relationships where the guy or the girl is like, why don't want you going out with them, or you can't see them, or why aren't you home, and like incessantly texting. Like
this is just like making me cringe so hard right now. I'm just like,
because it's so icky, like and that kind of goes back to all our other signs. Like if your friends don't like them, that's usually they're going to be the first ones to pick up on it, because often when we're in a relationship or if we're in that like
bubble,
we don't see out. And so the one thing I want to get across is if any of these are you, don't feel like anything's wrong with you or you should be embarrassed or ashamed. Like we've all been through similar situations. These are just some healthy, happy reminders that you're worth it, and you can be in a healthy, wonderful relationship where you spend all your time like this.
Or like this.
Or yeah,
if you
like a little
this.
smirk. Like just a little
flirty smirk.
And I hope you found this helpful. I know that a lot of us are in relationships or hoping to be in relationships, and know that each and every one of you deserves to have a happy, healthy relationship with, you know, the little smirk. And we did a video over on Kat's channel where we talked about the 5 reasons why you might be single. So click over here and I'll put a link in the description to her channel and our video. Definitely check it out. She has wonderful links on her channel. Like this video, give it a thumbs up if you like it, and leave in the comments. Let us know what other signs, maybe we missed some. What other red flags are there? We want to protect all of our wonderful Kenyans and make sure we're all in happy, healthy relationships. And I will see you next time.
We just did the exact same action at the exact same time. Okay, that was funny.
Is that the dog snoring?
Yes.
I was like,
Beta. Sometimes I don't even hear it anymore. Hi, sorry to wake you guys up.
I know you were napping really
You'll fall
good.
back asleep in 2 seconds, I'm sure.